Okay, done or not? So today, before I want you to paste the answer for today. So everyone get ready your calculator. So as I promised, I said I want to go through with you how to use your calculator in order to get the answer, right, for your summation. You get ready your calculator, Okay, we count this one later. Get ready your calculator, everyone. I'm using the 570 MS. Okay, MS. You let me know if you are using the ES. Okay, if any one of you using ES, later I will share the steps for you. Then you can just follow the steps in order to get the answer lah. Get ready, MS. Yeah. So your calculator, get ready. Any one of you have problem or not? ES. Okay, you are using ES. Okay. Later I'll show you the step lah. I'll show you the step. Then Molong, you are using EX.
No, actually, I'm not using the Casio one. I'm using the Canon one. But never mind. I try first. Maybe the same.
Okay, you try and see. Okay, thank you. So, Gawing, you wait for a while first. So I go through, or actually I screenshot for you first. Then you can explore while we are doing this one. So you no need to wait. If ES, try this one and see. Yeah, I'll paste it to the. Hey, what happened? Hmm. Okay, so I'll paste it to the Jamboard. You have a look there. Okay, Gawing. The tutorial one Jamboard. Okay, I paste it at the last page. Slide number 20. Okay, you explored it yourself first, see whether okay or not. Alright? Okay, the rest of you, those who are using the 570 MS, we come back to this. So let's say we want to try to calculate this one. So meaning if you can use calculator to get the summation, to get the total, then you no need to come out with this table. So this part no need. Okay, this part no need. You just need to get me this answer. Okay, so use your calculator, you key in a few buttons, then you give me this answer. So you just write down this part for me. Total x equals to what? Total y equals to what? Okay, this part you just write down this for me. So now let's say for calculator, you press the mode button. Okay, press your mode button 2 times until you see the REG regression. Regression is number 2, right? So you press 2. Okay, after that, linear, you can see linear is number 1. So you press 1. Okay, 2, 1, then start to key in. Okay, the first one, the first set, you have all together 5 sets. The first set is 5 and 8. So you key in 5, comma, 8, then M plus. Okay, I will show you where is this comma, where is this M plus. Okay, so press 5, comma, you can see your calculator, the red color delete button. Above the delete button is the comma. Can see or not? So you press comma, then you press 8. Then beside the comma is the M plus. Press the M plus. Okay, can follow? So in your calculator, you can see the screen show n equals to 1. Okay, n equals to 1. Okay, then followed by the next one is 6, 9. So you press 6, comma, 9, m plus. Then you can see n equals to 2. Then continue 7, comma, 9, m plus. Then followed by n, comma, 11, m plus. 8, comma, 13, m plus. Okay. Get it or not? So you get all the data key in your calculator already. So now we want to check. Let's say you want to see what is your total x, total y, all these things. So what you do, you see your calculator shift button. Okay, shift button. You press shift 1. Okay, we press shift 1 because what we want is the S sum. Now we want to get the S sum. So press shift 1. You can see your total x square, total x and n or not? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I want to see total x square. I press 1. Okay. 1 equal. Remember, you need to press the button equal. Then you get your total x square is 255. Can see or not? Okay. If you want to check the x, okay, go back to the same step. Shift 1. Shift 1. Then now you press number 2. Equal. Equals to 35. Total x is 35, correct? No? Okay. Then n3, shift 1, then n is 3. 3 equal. Then you can get n equals to 5 because we have 5 sets of bivariate data. Get it? Okay. Then after that, we check how to see the y. Y square, and xy. You notice or not? Beside this n is actually this arrow. Okay, you press shift 1 one more time, shift 1, then you can see beside the n is this arrow. So to get this arrow, you see your calculator, there's something like this, right? Up, down, left, right. So you press the right button, then you will notice you will get the total y square, total y, total xy, 3. Okay, so now press 1 equal 516. Okay, 516 is your total y square. Then shift 1 again, go to the right button again. Now total y is 2. 2 equal. Then it is 50. Okay. Then shift 1 again, go to the right again. Total xy, which is 3. 3 equal. Then you get 360. Clear or not? Anyone have problem? Anyone cannot get or not? Okay, repeat. Onlin say. You all follow. I repeat one more time. First thing, go to your calculator mode button, press 2 times until you see the regression. Regression is number 2, press 2. Then you can see the linear. Linear is number 1, then you press 1. Okay? Then follow one by one. 5 and 8 is a pair, so 5, 8 m plus. Then 6, 9 m plus, 7, 9 and plus 9, 11 and plus 8, 13 and plus. Okay? Up to here can follow or not, Aline? Yes, huh? Okay, good. Then, after that, you press shift 1. Okay, shift 1 because we want to see the sum. So you press shift 1, then you can see this thing. When you want to find your total x squared, you press 1 equal. 1 equal, then you can see the total x 255. Okay, if you want to check the total x, you have to press the shift 1 again, then you get your total total x 2. 2 equal, then you can get 35. Then shift 1 again, press 3 equal, you can get 5. Okay, shift 1 again, then press the right button. Okay, right button, then you can see your total y squared, which is 1. So 1 equal, you can get 516. Okay, then repeat shift 1, right button, press number 2. You can see your total y. Total y equal, number 2 equal, you can get 50. Okay, then shift 1 again, go to the right again. This time you press 3 equal. 3 equal, then you can get 360. Okay or not? Can follow? Olin, okay? Okay, okay, very good. The rest of you, anyone have problem? All right, if no problem, yeah, this is basically lah how you get this. So let's say if I want to find the R. For R, you have to calculate. The answer that you get from your calculator is just for you to check whether your answer correct or not only. Okay, it's not for you to directly put R equals to 0.7906. No. Okay, so how to check this answer whether correct or not? Okay, Yun Tong also different. Yun Tong, yours is same as Mao Long, is it? Is it ES? Canon also. Okay. Then I think yours is same as Mao Long. You all explore and see whether can get or not. Maybe you can try to Google. Check Google and see you press how to use your Canon what model to calculate let's say correlation or regression. See whether you can get. Okay. All right. Never mind. Later you explore and see lah. Okay. So yeah, for this one, come back to this one. So you want to check the R. Okay, this round you press shift number 2. Okay, you press shift number 2. Okay, shift 2. Then you can see your X bar. Then go to the right. Press the right button, you can see the Y bar, then go to the right again, you can see the ABR, correct? No? Which is a 1, 2, 3. So this R is, this R is this one. Okay, so now you press 3 equal, 3 equal, you can see 0.7906, right? Yeah, meaning it's correct. This is just for you to check whether your calculation is correct or not. Okay, I repeat. Shift 2. Shift 2, you can see the X bar. This one at the one. So go to the right. You can see the Y bar. Go to the right again. Then you can see your ABR. R is number 3. So press 3 equal, you get 0.7906, which is your product moment. Okay, which is your product moment. So what about this one? What about this A and B? This one is actually same as your A. This one is same as your B. So y equals to A plus bx, remember? Yeah, this is the A value. This is the B value. So after you calculate everything, you can always use your calculator to check your answer. See whether you have done it correctly or not. Just for you to counter check your answer, not for you to directly write down the answer calculator. Okay? Alright, so, can or not? question, later you can actually try to press your calculator to see whether you can get the answer for your tutorial 4 or not. Huh? Check and see. Not really. Joey, not okay. Which part not okay? Yeah, I know. Which part not okay? You mean from the beginning? Just now you follow or not? Or you just managed to get your calculator, is it? From the beginning also not okay or how? Okay, never mind. I show you this one, you explore. Okay, you explore first. If still cannot, then only you let me know. This is the one for 570 ms. Okay, for 570 ms. So you choose, check this one and see. How to press shift 2? You press shift, then press number 2. Shift 2 means you press shift, then you press number 2. Shift 2. Press shift, then press number 2. Same thing as you press shift 1. If shift 2, which means you press the then you press number 2. Then you can see this X bar, right? I don't want this X bar, so you press right button. Then you can see this Y bar, so you press the right button again until you see the A, B, R. Then R is number 3. Press 3 equal, then you can see this one. Yes or no, Joey?
Wait, Miss, I'm trying to press. You say press shift 2 and
Okay, you press shift 2, then you can see the X bar, yes or no? The X with a line on top. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that
but
one with
my
the
one
one.
is actually P. My
You
one
you
when I press shift and then the number of 2, it will be the P sign. There's a P sign at there if I press shift 2.
wait moment you get the P shift 2. I think it won't be P wall.
It's by pressing the shift button and then the number of 2, right?
Yeah, if you press shift 1, then you can get an if you press shift 1.
Because
Shift
if I press shift and then there's a number of from 1 until 3 is F, P, N, and then yeah, there's no for the X, Y.
okay, so you using the 570 ms or not?
The Casio one.
57 570 ms on top right corner it is written 570 ms. Okay, you press shift 2, you don't get so your 2 is actually on top of your shift 2. You can see the S dash VAR.
Yeah, I saw that one. Just VAR.
How come you cannot
If I
see?
share my screen to you and Miss, you wanna have a look? That's not the one I get.
You share. Okay, you share your screen and see. And not really clear. Let me see. I pin you and see. Okay, okay, VAR, all right. Okay, go to the right a bit. I want to see your calculator actually is a new version.
Yeah, it's a new version because the old one broken already.
Ah, then
Yeah,
okay, if there's the case P then you can move the button up or not? Can move up or not? You press the up button and see nothing. Left
nothing
button right,
happened.
left right or down? No
Nothing happened.
Oh, come on. Or okay, maybe then everything is the same. I just wonder. Okay, maybe like this. You press shift, then the the mode button, shift mode button,
可以听到吗？
shift mode. Okay, then yeah, press shift mode number 3. Press number 3 equal.
知道吗？
Okay, reset everything already. So now you start to press again. I mean, you have to press the mode 2 times. Press the mode. Sorry, no mode. Press the mode 2 times. Okay. One more time. Regression number 2. No. Press the mode 2 times until you see the regression. Okay, press number 2 now. Regression number 2. Then press linear number 1. 1. Okay, then you key in just now the things. You key in. No. Key in first. Okay. Now you can see the. You notice or not? I think the thing come out already. But since you already clear the memory, you press just now the data that I asked you all to press the 5, 8 and plus. You press that one 5, 8 and plus. Comma. Above the delete button is a comma. 8 and plus. Okay, then the rest you key in all. Refer to the can find the part or not? Oh, I read for you lah. The second one is 6, 9 and plus. And plus, okay. Then followed by 7, 9 and
可
plus.
以的，可以的。
Okay, 9, 11 and plus. Then 8, 13 and plus. Okay, now press shift 2. Shift 2. You can see it already. Okay, so go to the right button. Right. Okay, you can see the AVR. Can see it now. Press 3 equal. 3 equal. Then you can see the answer. Okay or not?
So which means if for my second edition calculator, I need to use this method to check lah.
Actually, I think just now you didn't get this. Probably because your calculator already programmed before this, so you just have to clear the memory only. Clear the memory of what you have keyed in before. Then you just do as normal. Lor. Actually, it's the same. Just that I think probably before this you already key in something inside. So that's why the calculator cannot read. Okay. So
Okay,
for
thank you, Miss.
all right. Thank you. So for the rest of you, you actually after you do the regression, you also can follow just now what Jie did. You press the mode button, shift mode, then press number 3 equal, then it will help you to clear all your memory. You press the shift mode, then equal, then you can clear your memory. Can shift mode 3 equal to clear memory. Okay, every time after you have done one, maybe you clear memory. I just worried later the calculator actually mix together what you have keyed in before this. So better after you have done one question, then you clear memory, only you check the next one. Okay, so now I want to have 5 students to do question 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Question 3, no need to do first. Question 3, I will discuss next week. So question, question 3, no need. Question 5, X also no need. Okay, 5F also no need. Question 6A and B, you don't do also doesn't matter. I will cover this one tomorrow. Okay, I will cover this tomorrow during the lecture. Okay, so I want volunteer. Okay, I want the students to volunteer yourself to paste the answer because I want those who really already done to paste the answer because I don't want to spend extra time waiting for you all to solve lah. Because for this type of question for your tutorial 4, you actually have to spend longer time for the calculation. If you haven't do, then maybe you need let's say 15 minutes for one question because it's still new ma. You need longer time. So I want those who already done, you just paste your answer, then we go through. Because I want to finish discussing all the question today. Okay, except your question 3 and also your question 5 everything. Okay, question 1. Any volunteer? Question 1. Anyone have done question 1? You can paste your answer to the Jamboard. Then you volunteer yourself now. Quick.
This is question 1,
Ah.
2, 4, 5.
Question 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Ah.
Wait. Let me
Which
see.
question? Which question you want?
Let me see which solution are more presentable.
Mm. Okay. Question 1. Anyone? Faster. If not, later we have to spend very long time. Angel lah. Angel, you done question 1 or not?
Okay, can.
Okay, thank you, Angel. Question 2. Question 2. Who want to do question 2? I think Eddie. Eddie, question 2 done or not?
No, I'm just only halfway on it.
Yes, I'm doing question 5.
Which question, Malong?
Question 5.
Question 5. Okay, Malong do question 5. Eddie say haven't. So 1, 5 already chosen. And Rifang leh? Rifang? Question 2?
Haven't done.
Question 2, who already done question 2?
Miss.
Okay, Kaiwen. Thank you, Kaiwen. Question 2. Okay, good. 1, 2, 5, 4. 4 and 6. Okay, left 4 and 6. Who want to do 4 and 6? Volunteer lại. Nobody volunteer. Question 4 only need A and B.
I do the question.
Which question?
6. I do 5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay, 5 and 6 Malong. Question 4. Let me see question 4. Question 4. Need to. Question 4 actually can answer all. Okay, can answer all. The C is actually fixed cost is your A, variable cost is your B. Then for part D is substitution. You substitute for the your prediction. Substitute in your Y equals to A plus BX to know what is the predicted value for your D. Okay. So left question 4 lor. Left question 4. Who want to do question 4? Aline, you want to try question 4? Can okay, thanks Aline. So yeah, please answer. Wait the Jamboard. So this one delete already. You all already pick the copy. So I delete. Right. So for the rest of you who no need to solve in the Jamboard, you please complete lah. Make sure you complete your work. If you need more page, then you add yourself lah. Okay. Okay, do now. Made a copy already, right? Chiêu Hinh, made a copy already, Okay, You already made a copy, right? Or you need a copy but haven't made a copy? Done, Okay, very good. Okay, so yeah, start to paste your answer. We will discuss in a while. If you no need to paste your answer, then make sure you complete your work and try to see how to use the calculator also. Paste in this Jamboard, okay? Paste your answer in this Jamboard. And Malong, paste your answer in front. if before the calculator steps, before the calculator, so meaning your, question 5 pace in time. How come you all can create until 24 slides? Okay, so if you all need extra slides, you just add yourself lah. Oh. Okay, if not enough, then you delete in order to give you more slides.
Miss, actually Jamboard can crop the photos, cannot right?
How? Can
I
crop what?
mean crop the photos because I straight away snap the whole pages.
Oh, crop I think cannot you use the snipping tool lah, then only can crop I think. Mm.
Miss, the question one need to show the graph also, right?
Question 1 question 1 I think yes. Let me see. Question 1, have to show the scatter diagram also. Okay, I think we can start to discuss. Huh? Okay, so now we see. Okay, your question one. Question one, okay, number of price quotations and number of sales. So price quotation is your X, the sales is your Y. So draw scatter diagram and calculate the product moment and also interpret the result. Okay, interpret A and B. So here, all right, this is your scatter diagram, correct? But remember, you have to label lah, huh? I mean, write down the title. Okay, label here, label here. Title is a must, huh? Then after that, calculate this one. You get your product moment 0.9319. Okay, so interpretation for part C, you have to interpret. Okay, so I show you this answer. Show you this answer. Question one. Okay, so same thing lah, huh? Same thing. You see the graph. This one, your scatter diagram. Then this is the title, and this one is your interpretation. Okay, you read through this moment. Okay, so for this one, you say from the scatter diagram, you can see this one is positive mark, correct? So you can say from the scatter diagram, you observe that there is a positive linear relationship between number of price quotation issued and the number of sales. Okay, this is your interpretation for the scatter diagram. Then after that, interpretation for your R. You said the value of R equals to 0.9319 shows a very high degree of positive linear correlation. Very high degree because it is 0.9. Okay, or very strong is also the same thing. Okay, very strong or very high degree of positive linear correlation, or you put positive linear relationship, also correct. Okay, between the number of price quotation issued and the number of sales. You don't put between X and Y because you know what is your X and what is your Y. Okay, your X is the number of price quotation, Y is the number of sales. Then you don't just put the X and Y, but you have to define what is your X and what is your Y. Okay, all right. Then after that, you say as the number of price quotation issued increase, the number of sales also increase. Okay, all right. So this one is your interpretation for your product moment correlation coefficient. Okay, you write down first. Okay, done. Any question or not? Before we proceed to question 2. Okay, if nobody asks question, then we see question 2. Okay, thanks, Julie. So question 2, part 1. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So for question 2, okay, for part 1, research and development, X, profit is a Y. So calculate product moment, rank the data, calculate the Spearman rank, and comment on the difference between the answer obtained in A and B. So basically, when they ask you to comment between product moment and the Spearman rank, so you normally say the Spearman rank is only the approximation to the product moment correlation coefficient. Why? Because the product moment, we actually taking the actual value, right? For the product moment, we actually taking the actual value. You see, we take the total of the x, all the x we add up. We take all the y we add up. We take x square we add up, y square we add up, and xy we add up. So this is actually the actual value. Whereas for the Spearman rank, you actually calculate in rank, you already rank the data, right? You just use your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You use the ranking to calculate your Spearman rank correlation coefficient. So it is not so accurate lah, because compared to the actual value, you actually use the ranking. So when you comment on C, basically you just say product moment correlation coefficient is more accurate compared to the Spearman rank correlation coefficient, because the Spearman rank correlation coefficient is only the approximation. Okay, it's only the approximation to the product moment correlation coefficient. Okay, this is your part 1. Let me see first. Part 1, okay, you calculate the 6370. Okay, you calculate, and remember lah, if you use calculator, you just need to show the total lah. Then you calculate, and your Spearman rank, okay, 6339, okay, correct. So one by one, you list it down. What is R1, R2, difference, D square, okay, and you total up the D square, you substitute in order to get your Spearman rank. So you say, wait, I want to see what you write. Okay, part C, you don't write like this, because this one is basically the interpretation for both, for product moment and Spearman rank. But this question, they actually ask you what is the difference between the two? Okay, what is the difference between these two? Okay, so when you explain like this. The answer obtained in the part A is more accurate compared to the answer obtained in part B, since Spearman rank correlation coefficient Rs is used as an approximation of product moment correlation coefficient R. Okay, all right, write down this one. So remember when they ask you to compare between product moment and also the Spearman rank, okay, this is what we expect to see. Okay, you just say the Spearman rank is the approximation to the product moment. Okay. No question. If you have question, then either you use your mic to ask directly or you post in the chat room. Okay. Right. Then for the next following part two, account average balance and the account charges. So the account charges, see, analyzing its current account charges on quarterly average balance, which means your average balance is your X and your account charges is your Y. Okay, calculate the product moment and the determination. Interpret your finding. So yeah, this is your 0.9 something, okay, and this is your R square. Okay, R square is your uh, determination. Interpretation, have to write down the interpretation, okay, because for the interpretation, normally interpretation is very popular for this chapter and marks will be given. So please learn how to write the interpretation, okay. So for the interpretation for this question, basically you just say R, answer is negative or not? Negative, okay, correct. So you said R equals to negative 0.9123 shows a very negative, okay, a very high, sorry, a very negative linear relationship between average balance and account charge. The higher the average balance of a current, the lower the account charges and vice versa. Okay, this is for your R. Whereas R square, you can say R square equals to 0.8323 shows that 83.23% of the variation in account charges, variation in the Y, okay, variation in the account charges, which is the Y, can be explained by the variation in average balance. If it terbalik means wrong, okay, must make sure variation in the Y can be explained by the X, okay. So the rest, maybe you can just write here. So the remaining 16.77% of the variations in account charges are explained by other factors. This one, you actually no need to write this long. After the can be explained by the variation in account charges, you can just write the rest may be due to other factors. It is actually good enough. But of course, if you like you prefer the highlighted one, then you can write the highlighted one. Up to you. Okay, you can say the rest may be due to other factors. It's actually good enough. Okay, write down. I believe many of you already written down the interpretation. Okay, you no need to follow words by word. Okay, as long as the meaning is there, then it is fine. Okay, any question? Okay, no. Question 4. Okay, for question 4. All right, output and the total cost, X and Y. So calculate the product moment correlation coefficient and also coefficient of determination and interpret your answer. Find the least squares regression line of total cost on output. Okay, you need Y equals to A plus BX. And for C, you find fixed cost is your A, variable cost is your B. Okay, and the D, predict the total cost if the production level were 8,500 units, 25,000 units. So when the production level, you see the production, the output is actually in thousand. So when they ask you to predict the total cost, if the production level is 8,500, which means when you substitute 8.5. Okay, 8.5 in thousand also equals to 8,500. So substitute x equals to 8.5, substitute x equals to 25. And after you do the prediction, normally it is very common. After the prediction, they will ask you to comment on the accuracy. So if comment on the accuracy, you look at this one. The is 3, largest is 24. Which means the range is 3 to 24. So you see, number 1 is 8.5, number 2 is 25. So 8.5 is within the range, right? 8.5 is in between. So we say 8.5, this one x equals to 8.5 is interpolation estimate. So it falls, x equals to 8.5 falls within the range of this one. Therefore, it is more accurate and reliable. Okay, whereas 25, you can say x equals to 25 is extrapolation estimate. It is outside the range of this one. Therefore, it is less accurate and unreliable. This is how you explain for question 4. So, okay, you calculate this one, you calculate r squared, then you have to interpret. Please learn how to interpret. BA, you get your equation. Okay, C is the value of y when x is 0. So it's the total cost versus expansion. Okay, no, not this one. So this one is what you are going to learn. We are going to cover this one tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. And the A and B, this one is the interpretation of A and B. But this is not the fixed cost and the variable cost. Okay, but this one, yes, it is good that you know this one because it will be covered in your assignment 1 as well. Okay, all right, then let me look at the next one. When it said 8.5 correct, you substitute 25. So you have to comment. Comment. So add in if your answer is not complete yet. So for question 3, no need. Okay, question 4. Question 4, you comment the value of R equals to 0.9745 shows that there is a very high, also because 0.9, a very high degree of positive linear correlation between the output level and the total cost. Normally, if the total level output level increases, the total cost also increases and vice versa. Okay, this is for R. R squared 97 or equals to 94.97%. So this one shows that 94.97% of the variation in total cost can be explained by the variation in output, and the rest is due to other factors. Okay, of the variation in total cost can be explained by the variation in output, and the rest is due to other factors. Okay, and the fixed cost, which is A, so fixed cost is $19,595. This is the fixed cost. Okay, I wait for you first in case you want to write down anything. All right, so for the C, the fixed cost of the factory is a A. So A, this one, because your Y, if your X is 0, your Y is the 19.5945. So Y is in thousand. Y is in thousand, so it is $19,595. Whereas the variable cost, it is per unit. Okay, per unit. So if it is per unit, then it is 2.02 per unit. Okay. So here the fixed cost is A, variable cost is your B. Okay, and for your D, I think yeah, this is how you write. X equals to 8.5, you substitute, you get your answer. Remember to write down the units, and this is how you interpret. Okay, interpolation estimate, the X equals to 8.5 lies within the observed range and it is accurate and reliable. Whereas if it is X equals to 25, it is an extrapolation estimate since the value of X equals to 25 lies outside the observed range. So the estimate is less accurate and unreliable. Okay, write down.
Miss, for the interpretation, mostly we just follow the example given at the knobs, right? Only
Yeah,
do
yes.
necessary changes lah.
Yes, you are right.
Because I just copy the whole thing.
You copy the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, more or less the same. As long as the meaning is there, you can use your own words or you want to copy from the notes. Also, okay, up to you. But as long as the meaning is there, then it's fine. Can make sure you write interpretation when you do your assignment. You don't say, interpretation, not many marks. I give up. I don't want to write. Please don't do that because 1 mark or 2 marks actually will also make a difference in your grade. Okay, so please do whatever you know, then you just do. Okay, so we see question 5. Okay, any question? If you have question, you have to ask. Don't keep it to yourself. Then I don't know whether you can or you cannot. Okay, question 5. This one, volume of sales and total expenses. So X and Y lah. Obtain the product moment and interpret. Okay, part B, comment in the light of your result on the relationship between volume of sales and the total expenses. This one is about interpretation of your part A. Okay, so do the product moment, then interpret. Then after that, calculate the coefficient of determination and interpret. Okay, determination, you see determination, you know it's talking about R squared. And draw a scatter diagram, okay, draw a scatter diagram and comment on the appropriateness of fitting a straight line relationship. See whether the scatter diagram will actually show you a positive relationship which is very clear or not. You can draw in a straight line. So you just comment whether the appropriateness of fitting a straight line relationship. Okay, and also by the method of least squares, draw the regression line of best fit. Meaning you have to first come up with your equation y equals to a plus bx. Then you are able to draw a straight line on the graph. Okay, on the scatter diagram. And question asks, what will be the expected total expenses when the volume of sales is 7,500 units? So sales is, volume is in thousand. So put in thousand, you substitute 7.5 as your x. Okay, all right. Question 5, okay, yeah, just write down the total, you calculate. There is a very strong positive linear correlation between the sales and also the total expenses. Okay, good. Coefficient of determination, R square, okay, of the variation in total expenses is explained by the variation in the given volume of sales. The rest I explained when you do other factor. Okay, good. Part D, you calculate your B, calculate your A. Yes, this one is a must. After you calculate, you must write down this one. Okay, if you don't write down, you will lose 1 mark. Just that because of this equation. Okay, good. Then after that, yeah. I haven't seen the scatter diagram yet, right? Okay, so this one, you get the equation ready, then you choose the point. Let's say I want to choose 5 and 10. Okay, you choose 5 and 10 because this is the smallest value and the largest value. Normally, we would get the smallest value and the largest value so that we can cover the whole graph lah. Okay, so you substitute 5 in the equation, okay, in this regression equation, and you substitute 10 in the regression equation, so you get your y value. Then use these 2 points, okay, to plot in your scatter diagram. Okay, let's say this is your scatter diagram. All right, so you draw the scatter diagram first. Okay, firstly, only the dot dot dot, no line, only the dot dot dot. Okay, you draw the scatter diagram. Then after that, they ask you to plot a regression line. When you plot the regression line, you need this one. Okay, get the equation y equals to a plus bx, substitute the x inside in order to get the y. After that, you get the 2 points, then draw one straight line. Okay, draw one straight line. So this is your regression line. Okay, so when they ask you to predict when it is 7,500 units, also in thousand, so substitute 7.5, then you get $84,000 lah. So you have the dollar sign $1,000 here, 84.3333. Okay, this one I will discuss next week. This one we need to discuss now. Okay, get it or not? So one more thing that you miss out in this one is when they ask you about the appropriateness, remember? Now the question asks whether it is appropriate. Comment on the appropriateness of fitting a straight line relationship. Okay, for this one, you can write like this. Okay, this one I think no issue. You can just refer to the answer. Yeah, this one you can see when you plot, it is actually considered as very straight. So you say the scatter diagram certainly suggests that a straight line relationship is a good fit. Okay, write down this one. To answer the question, the question asks you to fitting a straight line, correct or not? Yeah, this is how you answer lah. Okay, all right.
Miss, I ask
So,
a question. Just like you mentioned, for dot dot dot, it's actually for according to the data, where you draw the x and y, is it?
where is the dot dot dot?
I mean,
Where is
just
it?
now you say no straight line, only dot 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 is the.
Where is it?
No. Just how you mentioned about for the scatter diagram,
Ah,
you see no straight line, only dot 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 is refers to the x and y, is it?
refer to the x and y. You mean
Uh,
this part?
no, I mean refer to the diagram. We just drawing the dot only, right, for the data
Yeah, dot only.
according. Okay, so for the regression line, we still draw a straight line between the starting and the ending, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
for this regression, this scatter diagram, you just put the dot you just put the dot then something like this one something like you have only the dot. Okay, this is a scatter diagram. So when they want you to draw the regression line, then you have to do like this. Okay, use the equation. Okay, substitute the 2 points. So which 2 points that we choose for the x? Normally we choose the smallest and the largest value lah. Like let's say the smallest value is 5, largest value is 10. So I choose 5 and 10. Okay, 5 and 10. Then after that, I substitute in regression equation in order to get my y value. Then I have 2 coordinates. If you have 2 coordinates, you use this 1 point, this 1 point. Then you plot. This is the first point, the second point. Then you just join these 2 red color dots together. And then this is your so-called regression line. Okay, this is your regression regression line because we draw this based on your regression equation. Okay. Then after that,
Thank you, Miss.
okay, welcome. All right, so same thing lah, huh? Then this is your part E. They didn't ask you to comment on the accuracy, then you don't need to comment lah. If the question say comment, then you comment. But if the question don't say comment, you comment, no problem. No problem also. If the question don't ask for comment, but you comment. Okay, so question 5, the Jamboard answer is actually quite clear. Okay, what we need is actually inside except the one explanation, the line only. The rest, okay, you can refer from here. Okay, then we see the question 6. Okay, question 6. Selling area, the number of complaints. So same lah, draw the scatter diagram, then calculate the least squares regression line of number of complaints on selling area and draw the line on the scatter diagram, which means you need the regression line also. All right, then you interpret the value of A and B. This one I'll explain next week. Explain tomorrow. Okay, explain tomorrow. Okay, but how to interpret A and B. Then using the least squares line, estimate the number of complaints received when the selling area of the store is 5,000. 5,000 square meter. You see, the selling area is in 100 square meter. So when we say 5,000, you substitute X equals to 50. When we say 100,000 square meters, we substitute X equals to 100. Okay, then which reliable, give reason. So which one is more reliable, which one is more accurate? You see which one is interpolation lah. Okay, you see which one is interpolation, then that one will be more reliable. All right, so yeah, this is a scatter diagram. Very good, everything is complete. The labeling, okay. Yeah, so you see part B, least squares regression. Okay, so you come up with your equation. Yes, then you want to plot the regression line. You want to plot regression line, you choose 8 and 95. It is actually up to you, not necessary you choose 8 to 95. But I prefer to choose 8 and 95 because I want to get from one end to another end. Okay, all right, so after you get these 2 points, you have to plot use these 2 points. Okay, these 2 points to plot in your this one and this one. Okay, these 2 points, you get these 2, so you draw one straight line. And after that, the question asks you to estimate 5,000 square meter. So meaning you substitute 50. 100,000 square meter, you substitute 100. Okay, 10,000, sorry, 10,000 square meter. So you substitute 100. And you get number of complaints. So when you want this one tomorrow, only discuss. Okay, when they want you to check which one is more reliable, you say number 1. Okay, this one okay. This is the interpretation for both separately. But if the question asks you which one is more reliable, you're supposed to say 1 is more reliable because it is interpolation estimate, is within the range, is more accurate and reliable. Okay, when they ask you to compare, so you have to show that you compare. Okay, how to see? All right, so this is your scatter diagram. So B and A. Then you have to write like this. The estimate in part 1 would be more reliable compared to part 2, since it is an interpolation estimate where X equals to 50 falls within the observed range of X 8 to 95. Get it or not? This is how you're supposed to write. Because they ask you to compare which one is more reliable. Then you have to write in a way that you are comparing it. Okay, all right, right down. Okay or not? Any question or not? Roughly, you get the idea or not how to answer this type of question? Okay, yes or no class? For those who need or your calculator, you check and see see whether you know how to get your calculator in order to get the answer or not. So that you no need to trouble yourself to draw the whole table lah. Okay? Alright, any question? Roughly got it, but need to look back again. Yeah, you're right. You have to really practice, really practice the calculation, especially when you calculate your R. The formula is a bit complicated, so you have to make sure you really, yeah, hands on, you don't see only. You really need to practice the calculation also. Okay, so for today, anybody absent or not? Chihui, all present now. 21, yeah, all present, Okay, if no question, I see you tomorrow lah. Remember, our assignment will be on Saturday lah. I think most probably 2 to 4. Okay, most probably will be 2 to 4. So you get ready yourself. Please make sure do some things so that you can score very good grade. Okay, all right. So thank you. I see you tomorrow. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.